can see myself on there.
Okay, so what influenced you guys to start your band, and how did you come up with the name Anti-Flag?
Yeah. So we're from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the history of Pittsburgh is a very politicized one. So a lot of the music that was inspiring us when we were kids around us, was political. So we had bands like the Bad Genes and Osrotten, and they were pushing our local scene in this really political way because, Pittsburgh's history of the steel towns that were all shipped overseas in lieu of cheap labor. And we saw our aunts and uncles who had jobs lose their jobs, and the kind of the underbelly of the city collapsed. So it was a real polarizing and politicizing moment to happen. So I think that's where we came from. And also at that time, because of the fear and because of the poverty and these things, that often leads to nationalism. So there was a lot of people who were, using nationalism as a tool to rally people together or to make people be afraid of people who are more poor than them or afraid of immigrants, much like you see happening today. So our reaction to that was to tell them to fuck off and call ourselves Anti-Flag.
Nice. So since the inauguration is tomorrow, what are your feelings on Donald Trump, and how do you think he's going to impact our country?
Well, I think he's the wrong person for the job. That always gets followed up with, well, was Hillary Clinton? And I don't think that she was the right person for the job either. I don't trust either of them, and I haven't from day one. But what I will say is that Donald Trump has created a safe place for bigotry and emboldened people who are openly racist and openly sexist and homophobic and transphobic, and allowed them a forum to feel comfortable saying what they say. So it's our job as people in the punk rock scene and a band that's part of a community that delivers a message of empathy to not allow that behavior to become normalized, no matter how high up in political power it gets. So that being said, we're going to go down to the inauguration before our show in Jersey tomorrow, and we're going to tell them how we feel. And when that's said and done, we're going to play a rock show with a bunch of people who live with empathy and care about more than just themselves. And that's a really powerful moment to be in, especially when it seems like the world's going to hell.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So do you think Obama brought any positive change to America?
Well, just in, the last few days of his presidency, he pardoned Chelsea Manning, and that was really positive. And I think the fact that a lot of people have health care and they didn't have health care before Obama, that's very positive. Also, in 2016, America dropped 3 bombs per hour. So there's a lot of negativity that came out of the Obama administration. So that being said, I don't try to quantify things as, a resume of political achievement for a single president. I know that change and real positive change has always come from the bottom. It's always come from the people banding together, whether it's the civil rights movement, whether it's the gay rights movement, whether it's the freeing of Chelsea Manning that Obama granted her clemency. Sure, he signed the initiative. The only reason that happened was because there was a huge letter-writing campaign from Amnesty International. There was a huge Twitter presence of people working diligently to remind the president that this is what the public wanted. So I think that it's clear to me at this point in my life that history is shaped and changed by people, not by presidents. So I don't try to quantify any of it in successes or failures for presidents.
How do you feel about Obama not pardoning Leonard Peltier?
Yeah.
Sorry, I knew I was gonna.
No. It's a travesty. I mean, he's going to die in prison, and he doesn't deserve to. And we thought that Obama would do the right thing in that sense, and he hasn't. So it's frustrating, but also it's not surprising. I think a lot of people were surprised about Chelsea Manning. I think a lot of that also has to do with the politics of Russia and Snowden and Assange and all of that, and the whistleblowing laws that they've changed and worked around because of them. So I wouldn't even put it past him to have Chelsea's pardoning be part of a larger political play.
So what are some of the ways you wish your work would leave a positive impact on American youth?
Yeah. It's a question that we often get, that like, what are you trying to do with your rock and roll? Maybe when we were kids, we believed that you could write a song that changes the world, but that's not how it works, People change the world. Now, if we can impact people in such a way that they change themselves and better themselves and then thus better the world, that's huge. And that's all we shoot for. So when we started this band and we named it Anti-Flag, and we were challenging nationalism and we were challenging military recruitment and we were challenging the Iraq War the first time and the Iraq War the second time, our goal was to tell people that you don't have to fight and kill and possibly be killed by other or young people. That's not. It's still going.
Yeah, still going. Thank you.
That's not your only option. So that being said, I would hope that what we get is moments where, we look out and we say, okay, well, here's a couple hundred people who didn't sign up, join the military, and choose to be used by corporate politicians like a Donald Trump or like a Barack Obama or like a Hillary Clinton, and that's a victory. That's a huge victory.
So are there any other activist groups that you guys are involved of, or any that you wish people knew more about?
Well, sure. I mean, there's tons of really great local stuff in Pittsburgh that's happening. We wish had a greater light shined on it. But for me, there's no greater activist organization than AMC International. They are the gateway to empathy, and their campaigns work and their campaigns save lives. Out on this tour, they've been with us a lot. We have Sea Shepherd out with us on this tour a lot. Sea Shepherd is ocean conservation. We have Rob with Love, Hope, Strength, who's out with us, and he's doing great work in the cancer world. So, activism knows no bounds, and it's not a competition. It's not about who does something better or who does something cooler. It's about what you're passionate about and what you connect with on your own personal level. And for us, humanitarian side, the empathetic side, that's what we focus on most.
How do you suggest the younger generation get involved with, just current events or?
Yeah, well, I mean, first step is to work with Amnesty. I mean, they're the best organization in terms of more initial influence and interaction with activism. Secondly, democracynow.org is the greatest news source I've found for the truth and for honest news that's not sensationalized for the sake of just getting people to watch it or listen to it.
We're going to go to musical.
That's fine.
Do you get nervous before you play a show? I'm nervous, so.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Yeah, there's always a wonder if it's going to go well and things like that. I don't throw up or anything like that, but yeah, there's always a curiosity that makes you anxious, and we're just humans, and we're trying to do the best we can to share things that we think are important. And so there definitely is a bit of nerves that go into it.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite place that you guys have toured?
Well, Germany is I would say our biggest. They're our biggest shows, and they're our most kind of energetic shows because of that. People are more familiar with the band there than anywhere else. But we've gone to some really cool Eastern European places and Southeast Asia and South America, and really cool, unique places on the map. And when you've been a band as long as we have, and we continue to find new places to play, that always amazes me. But my two favorite cities to play are Montreal and Melbourne, Australia. So.
So, if you could have a jam session with any musician, living or dead, who would it be?
Be with Joe Strummer from The Clash.
Nice. And do you guys have a favorite band that you've toured with?
My favorite band to tour with is Billy Talent. My favorite band to watch play ping pong is Direct Hit.
Nice. What advice would you give like a young band that's starting out, or just a band in general that was starting out?
Yeah, other than like quit and like go find something else to do. Honestly, that if you are playing in a band to make money or to survive in any way, shape, or form, you need to reassess some things, and you need to make sure that you're creating your art for the right reasons, and trying to share your ideas for the right reasons, because it's changing so much and so quickly, and it's so hard to find people's attention and find their ears and have what you're saying be viewed as important on any level. So you have to be really passionate about it and worth and feel like it's worth doing, regardless of whether or not you make a dollar or if anyone pays attention. So if that's your plan, and if you're going to do it fucking anyways, then just do it, and the rest will come. You have a lot of time to figure out a business plan. You don't have a lot of time to say the things that make you feel fulfilled.
Are there any obstacles like when it comes to touring for you?
Well, I mean, sure, like holding together relationships and like all that. Yeah, there's like normal things of when you're gone 6 months of the year that are hard. Like if something goes wrong at my house, like I have to figure out how to fix it, and I'm here. So yeah, there's a lot of shit that goes wrong. But for the most part, the rewards outweigh the obstacles and the difficulties. So that's why we continue to do it.
That was my second question.
Yeah.
What was the good things about touring?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever gotten any like interesting or out there like gifts from fans?
Yeah, I mean, we're vegans and vegetarians, so like people will always bring us like snacks and stuff like that, and that's always really great. I got engraved hockey pucks once because I'm like a big hockey guy, and that was a really interesting gift to get. Somebody on this tour made an Anti-Flag Pittsburgh Penguins jersey and brought that to the show, so there's cool shit that happens all the time.
I was gonna say, are you Steelers or Eagles since you're from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
We all. Pat hates everything, so he doesn't like sports at all, and he thinks it's all dumb and training kids for the military, and he's right. But I'm a huge Penguins fan, and then Chris, Ed, and Justin are bigger Steelers fans than I am, but I still enjoy football as well.
So what's up next for you guys?
Hey, we're on the road for the rest of the year, touring Europe, touring the States, and then somewhere in there we're going to make a new record. Okay. We have a lot to talk about, and a lot to say, and a lot to share, and we're looking forward to trying to find the best way to capture it and share it with people.
So last question. So if you had to describe your sound to someone who's never listened to you, how would you?
Well, I mean, I think I would just say that our favorite bands are Green Day and The Clash and the Sex Pistols, and we try to live somewhere in the middle of all of that. And the goal of the band is to create a space for empathy and to let people be free to be themselves. And we believe that punk rock exists free of racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, bigotry of any kind, and that's what our songs are about. Thank you. This was great. Great job.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, awesome to meet you.